Hello, it's Miss Olive again, checking in with skill number 2 of week 2. This week, we're going to be working on everything cartwheels. As always, when you guys are practicing gymnastics at home, make sure that you have a flat, clear floor space and wall space. Throughout this video, I'll be breaking down the beginning, middle, and end of the cartwheel, what you guys will need to think of when you're at home, and at the end, we'll work on some fun drills that you guys can work as well. Starting at the beginning, like we do in all of our other skills, we're going to start in a lunge. So with a bent front leg, a straight back leg, and our arms tied up by our ears. You want to have a straight line from your hands all the way down to your back foot. As you guys are beginning your cartwheel and you're starting to reach for the floor, we want to make sure that we're looking at our hands, but hiding our ears. So similar to how we did in our handstands. As you're reaching down for the floor, your back leg is going to start to kick up, and you have to swing really hard so that you can kick all the way up and over your head. In the middle of our handstand, we're going to be upside down in a straddle, so our legs out sideways. We still want to be hiding our ears, and we want to make sure that we're pushing really tall in our shoulders, so keeping our armpits over our ears. At the end of our cartwheel, we want to look for our feet to land on the floor, but to do so, we want to smell our armpit. So as we're coming down to the floor, we don't want to look over our shoulder, we want to look through it. And then as we bring our feet down to the floor, we have to bring our body back square. So we start our cartwheel facing one way. When we're upside down, we're out sideways. And to end it, we face back the other way. So throughout this motion, our belly button rotates. A couple things that we can try while at home to help strengthen our shoulders, as well as strengthen our kick, are needle kicks. So we're going to do some hands down, and you're going to kick one foot, and it goes really straight when you're doing it. You're going to keep your arms by your ears, and kick your back foot as hard as you can. Another great thing for you guys to work at home to start getting comfortable upside down, straight over your head, and in your straddle is to do some straddle handstands. For this one, you guys can kick to a handstand against your wall, and then hold your feet out sideways. You want to look for your hands when you're doing this, but make sure you're hiding your ears and pushing up really, really tall. Moving on to some drills that you guys can try at home for your cartwheels. We're going to do some different drills on the floor. We're going to try some drills with some pillows that you guys have at home, or couch cushions work as well. And then we're going to do some drills using a wall. So you need a flat floor space, a clear wall space, and a couple pillows if you have them. The first thing that we're going to work on is a cartwheel from our knee. So starting from a lunge on our knee, which will help us to kick harder out of our back leg, it'll help us get farther over our head, so our cartwheels will be more vertical, and it will also make us kick hard in the back, which is going to help your round-offs as well. So we'll start up tall in our lunge with our back kneecap on the floor, and then we're going to kick and land up tall. Moving on, we're going to try another drill. You guys are going to need your couch cushions or your pillows. You're going to put them down on the floor, but leave space in between them for your hands. So this one is going to be working on getting our cartwheels to go in a straight line. That way we can start to introduce them on the beam. So for this one, we're going to start tall on our lunge. Our hands go between the mats, and we kick from there. If you feel like you guys are starting to kick in a really straight line, you can scoot your couch cushions back so that instead of your hands going between the mats, your feet are going to land between the mats. It'll look something like this. For this drill, to land your feet where they're going to need to go, you're going to have to remember that you have to watch your feet land on the floor as you do your cartwheels. So keeping your eyes between your arms to get those feet on the floor. Another thing you guys can do at home to get your cartwheels vertical is to use a wall. We're going to start by doing cartwheels with our backs against the wall, and if that gets easy, then we'll turn around so that our belly faces the wall as we do our cartwheel. So the whole drill together, You want to start with your favorite leg facing the wall. And as you kick, you're going to reach your hands really close to the wall, and hopefully your feet come straight up against the wall as well. We're going to go ahead and move on to working cartwheels with our bellies against the wall. This helps you to turn your hips like you need to throughout your cartwheel to help keep your cartwheel in a straight line so that you can eventually land your feet on the beam or work round-offs properly. For this, you're going to start the opposite way that you did before. So my favorite leg goes farther away from the wall, and as I kick, my belly button faces towards the wall. As your cartwheels start to get straighter and straighter, you guys can grab a line on the floor using some tape. I have some Velcro here that I'm going to use. Or if you guys are really confident and have a beam at home, you can try using a beam as well. So the last drill that we're going to work on is putting it all together and doing our cartwheels on a straight line. We want to make sure that we're starting in a lunge, reaching our hands down, and kicking really hard. At the end of your cartwheel, you want to make sure that you're looking for your feet to go either onto the floor or the beam if you're using one. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and have fun practicing at home.